Doc just gave it the super PhD detail, and Wizard's about to bring it in for the tune-up after the race. Go right through it. You got to replace the brake system and a couple other things. We just spoke to oh, you don't shut up. We'll get it started. We just spoke to Adam Millar, and we're having AJ Wagoner send him a set of billet cases and a billet crank and some other really cool things we're doing in this bike to take it to the next level. We've got MSP Racing, Jason Meyer, just provided us with a dual coil ignition and adjustable stator plate so you can advance the timing and stuff a little bit. And we're going to be putting that in along with his impeller pump for the water pump, which increases the cooling capacity, I think about 20%. Adam Millar's.
Four motos, hardly anywhere from the sand.
From the sand.
Mint.
Yeah. Right up through it on the way up.
That's one good thing about sand.
Yep. So we also have Adam Millar is sending us it's an Air Striker carb with a special jet. Air Striker carb that we're putting on it, along with a Adam Millar Miller Racing Engineering intake and reed valves. So we're also on its way to us now is the crank from AJ Wagoner, a billet crank. So we're putting a billet crank in it. We have a billet crank, the special intake, new piston, the washer rod, the dual coil ignition, the better water pump impeller, and the new carburetor for the next race. So a couple issues we had with it starting are going to be taken care of by Adam Millar's decompression head. We're modifying the squish on the head, it'll have a decompression valve on it. And with that carburetor, go ahead, take her up there with you. Yeah.
Trying a bunch of different things, right?
Well,
making it better and better.
so I talked to Wizard last night about him. Apparently he texted Kenny and told me he wasn't coming. And I guess Kenny didn't get the text because his iPhone was broken, but he couldn't get into the race because of the COVID shit that's going on. Apparently, you have to only one person per rider, and he tried to register online and he couldn't get on because there was something wrong with the computer system. So, in any event, he's back at it today. Give him the super tune to that bad boy. Just got off the phone, like I said, with Adam Millar. Had a long conversation with him. We have a set of billet cases going to him for the next build. We're building a 92 CR500. In addition to the 97 that we have here. This is my personal CR500. So we're building a 92. It'll be a white frame with the billet engine cases by AJ Wagoner at Built 500. AJ is the founder and proprietor of Service Honda. He's built thousands of the aluminum frame conversions and engine cases for the Steely frames too. So the next build we're doing is going to have, again, aluminum billet cases along with the billet aluminum one-piece crank that'll be balanced from AJ Wagoner at Built 500. It'll have the MRE carburetor and intake and the MRE special porting settings along with the squish band cut on the head with a compression release. With that carburetor, this thing should be in the compression release should be a one-kick start. We had some issues starting it. Some people said, "Hey, put the electric starter on there," but we don't want to do that for a bunch of different reasons, and it's really not necessary. We just have to get the right carburetor on there. So we're also using from Jason at MSV the exhaust port flange, the billet polished sealed exhaust port flange, and the FMF fatty exhaust on both of the bikes, the one that just pulled out of here, the 89 and the 92. So they'd be real special bikes. We're trying to build these 30-year-old two-strokes to dominate in racing, and Kenny, it was his first race back, and he hadn't done a gate drop at that level with the NESC racers in over 5 years since he had his last race. So just getting back into it now, and I was really pleased with the results. Every moto got a little bit better. He hole shot 2 out of the 4 motos against New England's finest brand new 2020 450s. So that's pretty impressive. And he ended up leading one race for several laps and finished second. So really happy with the results in the first race. Still working the bugs out on the bike. We've had some component issues. We should have not put the hot rod crank in that one because it vibrates a little bit too much. Had some, just a lot of little small stuff when you're building a bike from scratch. I mean, we started with a cylinder a year ago, and this was built, not bought, from scratch. The 89 just rolled out of here. So having fun on Big Red. Been riding the hell out of my XR60. I love the big bore 4-stroke, and I love the big bore 2-stroke for track riding. A lot of people said, hey, why don't you just do an aluminum frame? Well, we don't want to do an aluminum frame because a lot of different reasons. If you have a new bike, people expect you to win, and it doesn't really make a statement. To win on a 30 or 30 plus year old bike is really making a statement, and speaks to our connection to the vintage motorcycle community and marketplace, and our commitment to vintage racing. So definitely having a lot of fun, and that's what it's all about. Still working on the trailer. Going to Atlas Metal tomorrow. Trying to get the floors shining like chrome before it goes to the for the interior. We met with Clearview Glass to put the windows in the front today. We're going to get it done.